here. Thanks for joining. And whoever's not here, I don't really give a fuck. So anyways, I've been playing Skyrim for quite some time now. A couple months, actually. And, I'm gonna do this, storyline that I've never really done. This is a Thieves Guild. Because I've always done, like, some guy with, like, a sword. Or, like, two-handed. Because I like two-handed weapons. But I've never done a thief run. I'm playing, I'm doing it some sort, I don't know what kind of build I'm doing with my Argonian, but I have an Argonian build on my Switch, and I'm doing a Khajiit build right now on PS4. So here's a little recap. So I escaped execution at Helgen, because some fucking dragon showed up and he fucked everything up, you know how it goes. And, you know, I escaped. You know, there was this guy following me, I like swiped at him, I killed him, but, you know, all I did was just like get on the fall on the ground and then get back up, you know. Guess he's an essential character. Hadbar. But anyways, so I escaped there, and pretty much what I did, because what I usually did in like other playthroughs is that I would get carried away, like like dead ass. Like I would just like start talking to everybody. Like as soon as I would get to Riverwood, I would just like make sure I talk to everybody. But really, you don't have to talk to anybody. You can just like fucking walk right through like Riverwood, just like you were never there. And that's what I did. I did not talk to Alvor at all. I just like walked right through Riverwood, got down to Whiterun. I did not go to Whiterun. I did not interact with anything. I just like went straight to the carriage and went to Riften, so I can play this storyline. Because honestly, one of my favorite games on the PS4 is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I love the stealth in that game. It was very easy. It was an easy game, but it was fun just like going around killing people all the time. So I kind of want to make an assassin build with my Khajiit.
My words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence.
Oh.
Running a little light in the pockets, lass. Running a little light in the pockets, lass.
Oh, well, I wanted to hear that guy, but whatever. What's up? I'm sorry, what?
Your pockets. They're a little low on coin. I can tell.
Yeah, how could you?
It's all about sizing up your mark, lass. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway.
We've all heard of the dragons and their return.
Damn, that's so fucking cool. I remember coming here like with my Nord War Mage on my Switch, and like he said a completely different thing. Right now he's just like, oh, you're light on your pockets, you know, you don't have that much cash. You look kind of dead broke. But when I came here with my Nord, he said I think he said like it looks like your pockets are full of cash and none of it is like an honest coin earned. Yeah.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong, lass. Wealth is my business. Maybe you'd like a taste.
Oh,
I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid.
I don't got hands, but sure, what do
Simple.
I have to do?
I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand.
Oh?
Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing.
Dare I? Break the law? Are you kidding?
Sorry. I usually have a nose for this kind of thing. Never mind then, lass. If you change your mind, come find me.
Alright, I'll come find you later. Hey,
I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face. I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face.
I didn't talk to Shadra, so she's not important. This is the mercenary. Hey, what time is it? 5:50?
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
Actually, you know what?
What can I get you? Meat? Wine?
What's the
The
word around
Thieves
town?
Guild has been pushing hard to regain a foothold in this city. Rumor has it they're falling apart from the inside. If Maven Blackbriar keeps raising prices on meat, I'll have to resort to watering it down just to make ends meet. Riften's biggest export used to be fishing and honey until the Blackbriar family moved in. Now the meadery is the biggest game in town.
Then again, this is going on during like a civil war. Just that everything is just so shitty in Skyrim. Just life in Skyrim is fucking garbage. Like I want to see like how it is during prosperous times, you know? I don't know, we'll see in Elder Scrolls 6.
Have you seen that shrine of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see.
Yeah, the whole fucking volcano blew up and killed everything on sight.
If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends?
I suppose.
Mjol the Lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade.
She got her penis cut off.
Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. They teach magic. Most Nords don't care for them. Else you could go see the Jarl's wizard. Might be able to help you.
You don't say.
The city guard has been tearing Riften apart, looking for the source of our skooma problem. I'd hate to be in their shoes if they get discovered.
Skooma?
Crime is an all-time high in this city thanks to the Thieves Guild. Don't we have enough problems with the war going on? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way.
You know what?
Glad to see you finally came to your senses. Ready to make some coin?
Talk to me.
Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know.
Another run.
I'll be out in the market all day, from 8 in the morning until 8 in the evening.
Where he's come from.
Meet me then, if you've still got the stomach for it.
I remember my first time putting him in jail. He was just like, who did this to me? Why are we doing
We've
this?
been contracted to make sure Branche remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days.
Ah, honestly, let's learn how to be a good thief without having to kill everybody.
Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branche and leave it behind. I'll be at the market come morning. You better be there too.
Yes, sir. Oh, ¿qué es esto? Carrots. Where's Talon Jay? I haven't talked to him yet. I just want to talk to him, man.
Can't you bother
Holy
me at my
shit,
armor
people just
stand in
showed
the
up.
market? Or are you that desperate for training?
What's up? Ooh, light
I'll teach you
armor.
how to use it effectively and keep you quick on your feet.
Not right now. I'm not good on money. Treat all your
Look,
customers like
I've
this.
moved all over Skyrim selling these
give a
bits of
fuck.
junk, and I'm barely scraping by.
Life is probably super
I'm not out
shitty
to
in
win
Skyrim,
friends,
so
and I could
wouldn't
care
blame
less
you.
if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin.
Yeah,
The sooner I get
don't
out of
give a fuck
Skyrim,
about
the
you.
better.
I just buy my shit and go. Why do you want to
Are
leave
you
Skyrim?
serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before
find
you end up in
opportunity
one of
in
those
this
burial
crisis.
cairns.
What's the route?
There are
right?
ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here.
Thank you, lady.
Come back when you're ready to spend more gold. Goodness knows I could use it.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
Sibby Blackbriar.
Ah, well, I recently approached Sibby Blackbriar about buying Frost, one of the finest breeding horses in Skyrim. He agreed to sell. I paid Sibby half the cost of Frost up front, but before he could deliver, Maven had him locked up. Sibby believes this exempts him from our deal. It does not. I want you to talk to Sibby for me. Then I want you to bring me Frost and the lineage papers that prove the horse's worth.
Sure. Why not?
Ah, you're a smart woman. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Head to the Riften jail and talk to Sibby. Get him to tell you where Frost and his lineage papers are and bring them to me outside Riften. You'll be well paid for your time.
Why is his name
No
Joe?
idea, but whatever he did, it must have angered Maven. No guard would lock up a Blackbriar without the old lady's permission. I'm not
Well, she locked up her
exactly
son.
comfortable around
That
guards or jails. Definitely not when associates of mine have been locked
Fucking
up.
parents don't even give a
No,
fuck about
I'll
you.
meet you outside of town.
This must be really the end times.
I'll meet you outside
And
of
there's
town.
dragons around.
I don't have any business with you, so
Fuck
get
you.
out of my
I don't care. I don't want to talk to you. Oh shit. Talonjay, there you
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, milady. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
are. Special drinks.
3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet LeChance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujama.
What's on the
Depends. Are you
Can I actually buy
thirsty,
these drinks?
hungry, both?
Cliff Racer. Velvet LeChance. White Gold Tower. I'll buy these off of you later. Just because I want to be a part of this world. Tell me about the Thieves
They're
Guild.
vermin. Garbage.
Oh.
They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live.
I think I'm
How
gonna reform
appropriate
that.
they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash.
I mean, they are called the
Disgusting.
Thieves Guild.
Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves Guild's territory. I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me.
Oh.
In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
Can't help you there.
I
pal.
understand. Hopefully I'll be able to save my meager earnings up to buy them one day. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to
If I
attend
come
to.
across them, I'll let you know.
Watch what you're doing.
Sorry. It's my bed? No, it's not. What time is it? What? That's scary. That sounds like somebody's knocking at the door. It's my bed. Yes, sir. Wake up nice and early. Let's go to sleep for another 2 hours because we have to go meet up with what's his face. All right. Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? There we are. Thank you. Stop telling Jay.
I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face.
Yeah.
I love when you spin that yarn. It gets better every time.
Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in mourning.
All right.
What wasn't I clear about?
You're not in the. You're not in the fuck. You're not outside. We're still in here. Don't blame me. I'll be out here.
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry in all of Skyrim.
Hey.
Can't you bother me at my armor stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training?
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her.
You're a stranger here too, huh? Visitors like us are rare in this part of Skyrim.
You're not from Riften?
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between.
You've been to elsewhere.
Many years ago, I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin.
Grimsever.
I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust.
You know anything about
Maven Blackbriar,
Black
the
bitch?
matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften's citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
Oh yeah, I gotta go pay him a visit. What about Thieves Guild?
To call it
Think
a
about
guild is
joining.
ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood
think
abides
you're
by a strict set of
taking
rules and
my
tradition.
experience and
These thieves are just rebels.
concentrating
What do
on
you
your
think?
anger towards a wonderful, person. I try not to care.
That's a shame. Too many people in Riften share your view, and look where it's getting them. It's going to take more than just myself and Eren to help this city. It has to want to help itself first. It's been difficult.
Protect her.
I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies, and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me
Eren?
here and nursed me back to health, I
Oh my
would have
God.
died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason. So I stayed.
Wow,
Safe travels.
that's beautiful.
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything.
Shut up, Aaron.
The city really gets to her.
Damn, dude, it is. Oh, it's 9 p.m. Holy shit. What to do? What to do? Let's go to jail.
Watch what you're doing.
Sorry. Where's jail? No, not this. The fucking Shrine of Zora. The fuck. Let's go speak to Sibi Blackbriar. This is honestly one of the ugliest castles in the game. Like, there's one that's like under a mountain. There's one that's like a huge, like, giant mansion, and tundra. There's one that looks like a giant Nordic building. And then there's this stone heap.
You're not supposed to be down here. Official business only. What are you doing down here?
Can I pass now?
Sure, that'll do just fine. Go on ahead.
All right then.
Might as well. This place is corrupt. Alright. Okay, hold on. Advanced settings. Turn that shit off. There we go. Alright, that's better, honestly.
Take my advice. Don't listen to that talk of the face sculptor down in the Ragged Flagon. Face butcher is more like it from Welcome to Riften, home of the Thieves Guild. Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs. Vermin, creeping around the Ratway.
I can't take his sword. Hello, sir.
Well, well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? I've always got time for lovely ladies.
I'm a cat, dude. Leave me alone.
Ah, and let me guess. He wants his horse. Well, that's going to be a bit of a problem. You see, I don't really outright own Frost.
You're fucking stupid. Why would you do that to him, man? You don't own the horse you already sold to
That is
Latrush.
correct. You see, Frost belongs to the Blackbriar estate. Technically, everything in the estate is owned by my mother, Maven. My plan was to take the horse from our lodge and deliver it to Latrush at the stables. Obviously, that didn't exactly work out as I'd planned. Still, I don't want to cross Latrush. Tell you what, steal the horse and deliver it, and you can have the second half of the payment. Nice try, but my mother's already got me in jail. Maybe you should try that one on Latrush. Then I think we're done talking.
Steal Frost's lineage papers.
Have you come to gawk at me, or is this a social call?
If she threw you in jail, why steal her
I'm not stealing anything. Besides, some jail time isn't going to make me roll over and play dead.
Why are
Look,
you, Joe?
we all have our flaws. Mine is that women can't get enough of me. So I had this little affair going on while I was betrothed to a beautiful girl named Spiddy. Well, she finds out and she tells her brother Wolfer. Then her brother attacks me with a knife. I mean, I had to defend myself. Exactly. Now I have to stare at these bars for 8 months. Can you believe it? I was about to let that wench marry into the richest family in Riften, and this is how she repays me. I'd do anything to have that whore's head on a platter.
You could work out in here.
All I need to know is where she is.
Yeah, good luck finding her
Amusing.
from there.
When speaking of the Blackbriars, only one thought should spring to mind. We are not to be trifled with. Help us, you end up rich. Cross us, and you'll end up a memory. Is that enough information for you? When speaking of the Blackbriars, only one thought should spring to mind. We are not to be trifled with.
It's over here.
Visit me anytime. I'm not going anywhere soon.
I'm not going anywhere soon. That's what I'll say.
If it's a bed you need, talk to Kiraba in the Bee and Barb. She'll set you right.
Alright, let's just go back to the Bee and Barb. I think I'll have a bed there. Let me try to get into the Thieves Guild before I start doing any of these Frost. These people bullshit. Because it's just gonna set me behind, and plus I'm literally like iron sword, longbow, steel dagger. That's all I got, and I got all this stuff that I gotta disenchant some stuff. Like this is all I got. I just started the game, so let's just go back to the Bee and Barb. Maybe there are people there to talk to, and then we'll go to sleep.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, milady. If I can interest you in one of our special
Fancy
drinks,
yourself the adventure.
Everybody is fucked
It's just
up
the
in this
lives
guy.
of the empires. We haven't much to discuss.
Sorry, I'm afraid I
You're
can't
not
help
from
you much
around
right
here.
now.
Imperial spy, perhaps?
I'm a cat.
They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land and died for it.
Yeah,
I
so
lost my
a
own
bunch of people
daughter
everywhere
to the
else.
Imperial dogs. And by Talos, I'll not lose anyone else.
What happened to your daughter?
Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot.
She probably should have learned how to use a sword. I mean, if she was going into a war zone, she might have. She should have
Until
learned how to
every
use a
single
sword. That's her
Imperial
fault.
soldier
Really.
joins her. And
That's not your
Ulfric
fault.
sits
Aren't you
upon the
supposed to
throne
show
of Skyrim.
Whatever, dude.
Support Ulfric or die trying.
don't
There's
fuck.
nothing in between.
It's a bully.
You in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
You
Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I
Okay,
have an
man,
entire
like,
building and 2
you don't look
boats
so
to my
good.
name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't
suppose.
had the same
These
success
times.
helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree. I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course.
I'll do it
Certainly.
another time. So I have a clean list. You sound quite charitable.
Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war's driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help.
Who the fuck is Nivenar?
Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons for Maramal over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh?
I suppose.
Remember to give at the temple.
Whatever.
You
What's
caught
up,
me at a
dude?
bad.
Why are
It
you
was my
mourning?
sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed.
Again, something
I find
you
it difficult
should have
to talk
expected.
about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my
Don't just go
parents
to
about it.
war and just, like,
Anyway, I'm glad my
avoid
work
death
at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things.
You're welcome.
Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message. Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war.
Yeah,
I'm not so
what I
certain that
learned
Ulfric's intentions are as
of this
noble
whole
as they
conflict
think.
in Skyrim,
I think Ulfric cares about
Ulfric's
Ulfric,
cause is
and
kinda
the rest is a
stupid.
smokescreen. I'd appreciate
all
if
just
you
one,
kept my
like,
opinion between
big,
us.
big old screen
The
that
last
he's
thing I
trying to,
want to
like,
do is
set
have my
up.
parents
He doesn't really
lose
give a
another
fuck.
child. It's been good talking to you.
If your allegiance lie the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
I don't have any business with you, so get out of my face.
And you're a bully. Thought they would be school books. Anyways, back to sleep. Let's wake up right at 8. Again, that sounds amazing with headphones on. I've never... Oh wait. God damn it. Alright, let's go.
New in town, eh? Here for the fishing, I guess.
If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss.
Alright, old man.
Sure. I'm a dirty beggar. To oblivion with all of you. You rich piles of dung walking. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Quick 180, eh?
Okay, lass. Ready to make some coin?
Let's make some fucking coin.
Good. Wait until I start the distraction, then show me what you're made of.
Rare trinkets. Everyone, gather round. I have something amazing to show you that demands your attention. This way, everyone. Over here. No pushing. Shoving. Plenty of room. Come on, Brynjolf. What is it this time?
Patience, Branche. This is a rare opportunity. I wouldn't want you to get left out.
That's what you said about the whisk vessels. And it... Out. Nerve mixed with water.
It's a simple misunderstanding. But this item is a real thing. Lads and lasses, I give you Falma Blood Elixir.
Oh, come on. Are you talking about the Snow Elves?
The one and only. Mystical beings who...
I have not done this before.
In legends or
justice.
the power that... The problem is your disrespect for the laws of this land. It is time to face the Jarl's justice.
What a waste of time. Damn.
I guess
take
you're
me to
smarter
jail.
than you look.
I've never been in jail before, and this is the earliest I've been in jail, so fuck it. So we're in jail. I have one lockpick. Dude, can I actually escape? Fuck. Well. Oh, a lockpick. Oh, hey, sir. Come on, dude. Speed it up. Let's open it. Let's go. Let's move it to the groove it. Hurry up, man.
There's fine steel at the Scorched Hammer if you fancy a new blade.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for letting me know that. I'll just be, you know, in here. Nothing in there. Ah, bitch! Oh my god. I'm in here. Please tell me there's more lockpicks. Am I shit out of luck? Am I gonna really serve my time in jail? Let's just serve our time. Well, now I'm a fugitive of the state. Where the hell is Brynjolf? Let's try one more time, bro.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
Rare trinkets.
Oddities from Morrowind.
I guess I expected too much from you. I didn't think you'd get pinched. Can't say I'm surprised with the way things have been going around here. Nah, my organization's been having a run of bad luck, but I suppose that's just how it goes. But never mind that. Even though you fouled up the job, I still think you've got the spark I'm looking for.
Aww,
There's plenty of gold out there for the taking, if you're up to the challenge. All right then.
Yeah, I can handle it.
Let's put that to the test. The group I represent has its home in the Ratway beneath Riften.
Oh, so I can't do that
a
mission
tavern
anymore?
called the Ragged Flagon. Get there in one piece, and we'll see if you've really got what it takes.
Protect yourself right. Buy armor from Grelka.
What is it with you and all these questions? Very well. Ask away.
Let's go to the Thieves Guild.
Bleeding gemstones over here.
Oh.
Buy
go, bitches. I'm about to kill some bitch.
I don't know, Trough. They'd skin us alive if they knew we were doing this.
Why are you always acting like such a big baby? I've gotten us this far.
This far? We're living in a sewer. You said we'd have a house as big as the Blackbriars by now.
You worry about bashing people's heads in. I'll worry about the guild, okay?
Okay, okay.
I'm going to check the entrance to the Ratway. Be right back.
While we're doing this, might as well perk that up. That one too.
Do your worst. You're good as dead. This what you want? Huh? No. That's all you got. No. I cannot.
So that didn't really go the way I planned it. Trap trigger, there it is. Get it. Get it. There we go.
playing tricks on me. Someone there?
Do your worst! Just give up!
Alright, we made it. I want to put that away. Talk to Brynjol.
Give it up, Brynjol. Those days are over.
I'm telling you, this one is different.
We've all heard that one before, Bryn. Quit kidding yourself.
It's time to face the truth, old friend. You, Vex, Mercer, you're all part of...
Dying breed. One more time.
Things are changing.
Dying breed, eh? Well, what do you call that, then?
If you're looking for conversation, the flagon isn't the place.
Well, well. Color me impressed, lass. I wasn't certain I'd ever see you again.
That was kind of easy.
Reliable and headstrong? You're turning out to be quite the prize. So, Now that I've whetted your appetite with our little scheme at the market, how about handling a few deadbeats for me? They owe our organization some serious coin, and they've decided not to pay. I want you to explain to them the error of their ways. Kirava, Bersi Honeyhand, and Helga. Do this right, and I can promise you a permanent place in our organization. Honestly, the debt is secondary here. What's more important is that you get the message across that we aren't to be ignored. A word of warning, though. I don't want any of them killed. Bad for business. Good. If you need any details on your marks, I'll be here. Now get going. Kirava's stubborn, but she's got a soft spot for family. Talk to Talon Jay at the Bee and Barb, and see if you can get something out of him. They're well acquainted, if you catch my meaning. He's as pig-headed a man as you'll ever find. The key is that ugly dwarven urn in his shop. Smash that thing to bits and he'll change his attitude. Helga is a devout follower of Dibella and dotes over the statue to the divine that she keeps at the bunkhouse. Use it as leverage, and she'll cave. I'll be here when you're done.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble.
I'm sorry?
Last person who made trouble for Vekkel ended up with a smashed head. They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something? Yeah, my problem is I'm too tired to punch your face in. Good. Now shut up and get out of my face. Already did. What? You still think it's funny? Good. Now shut up and get out of my... Already did. Until next time.
I think Brynjolf could give you all the information you need.
I'm busy. Don't you have something to do?
If Vekkel and me, we have a thing going. Try anything with him and it'd be bad for your health.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Working at the Riften Fishery is tough, but it puts some coin. I'm beginning to think leaving Mournhold was a mistake.
My husband Bersi will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
So, can I interest you in anything today? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Until next
All
time.
the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragons, he's been very depressed.
So, can I interest you in anything today? Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake. The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city is corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others. Authorities, have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people. What? Oh, it's one of you people. So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to show up himself anymore, eh? What's this message? Petty threats and fist-waving are not going to sway me. You people are all talk, and everyone knows it. You demand payment for protection, and you can't even protect yourselves. Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of Riften. Likewise. Now I have a lot to do, so I'm afraid you'll just have to leave. I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave.
Don't do
Please, I don't have anything to pay you with. Don't destroy my urn!
This isn't happening.
If I had it, I'd pay. There's no need to do that.
Oh my word.
No! That urn was priceless. All right, I get it. I'll pay on time from now on. Just don't smash anything else. Here, take your gold, and leave me in peace.
Everything's all right?
What do you want? With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people. Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought. If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Here for a room or something? You want something or not? Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter. No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them. Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
It's you. Please, don't hurt me. I know who you are. You've been terrorizing the entire city. Please, there's no need for that here. Message understood. Here, I even have the payment.
So word's been getting around. Jesus.
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it is prepared.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming gemstones over here.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna... What? You still think it's funny? Good. Now shut up and get out of my face.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold.
Figure
Best
this
of
one
all,
out
you
for
did it
yourself.
clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
I'm busy. Don't you have something
Well
to do?
done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
I think you better listen to Mercer and Brynjolf first. We can talk later.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me. It's one thing to say you've got the skills to be a thief. It's another to actually use them. I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down here. The flagon used to be packed every night with the boys from the guild. But now, look at it. Last few years have been pretty bad. I've almost closed this place up. Until next time.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. Do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? I'll let that comment go because you're new here. Ask things out of turn again and we have a problem. Now, are we clear on all of this? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Goldenglow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Goldenglow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Hmm? Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Goldenglow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Goldenglow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. Whoa, lass. I'd do just as well drawing a blade across my own neck. Where did this foolish request come from? Huh. So Sibby finally got the nerve to bare his teeth, eh? Look, this sounds like a family matter, and I don't want the guild in the middle of it. You do what you want. Just don't expect us at your back when Maven has your head on the executioner's block. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Hey, let's talk a second. You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot, and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her. Are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran. And I ran. Straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed. Well, I'd forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back, and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. I'll point you to the first and last person you're ever going to need to talk to. Nelia. She's the guild's fence. Treat her right, and she'll make you rich. Try and rip her off, you'll have the whole guild to answer to. I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling. Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
I think you're all right. In fact, I'm kind of impressed how well you're doing around here. Just keep it between us, okay? Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale. When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief. I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. Made a great deal of gold doing it, too. It's where a client pays you to get arrested. You get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape. That's where my strengths came in handy. Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own. The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After that, I promised myself I'd never do it again. I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I guess I wanted to play it safe. I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that. Some other time, perhaps.
Need something?
Got it. I've never seen anyone with skills like yours. I just wanted to let you know that if you need anything, you can talk to me. My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes. No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means. Perhaps they could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything. Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so. I appreciate that. Be seeing you.
A lot of people are beginning to get impressed with you here, me included. Just wanted to let you know. I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman. Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous. I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you could always pick up some training from Delvin, Vex, or Viper. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice. Helped me out of a jam more than once. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead. Just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. Come find me if you need more marksman training. What's on your mind?
Hey! I want to talk to you. Now. You're pretty tough. I respect that. Bringing in a lot of coin for the guild. Making us look good, too. Let me know if you need anything. Okay. I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them. Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways. I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did. Go and pick some fights.
Interest you in some marksman training?
You want to talk to me? Okay.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right?
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. Well, you could always speak to Delvin or Vex if you're looking for extra work. Or if you're looking for training, we've got plenty of it down here. Delvin, Vex, Nirowyn, and Viper can give you a leg up on that. I give special rates to members of the Thieves Guild. Show me what you've got. Now, if you'll excuse me.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble. I don't care if you're best buddies with the Guildmaster. I'll still smash in your skull if you try anything.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose.
Alright.
I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch. If break-ins are more your thing, go talk to Vex.
Tell me about the bedlam jobs.
Sometimes we just like to remind the city that we mean business, so we hit 'em hard. Just steal whatever we can until we made an impression. Simple, right? Almost. The catch is, it doesn't count if anyone sees you take it. The message needs to be clear. We work in the shadows. Steal from anywhere in the hold, and you even get to keep everything you stole. So, you in? Here's everything you need. You get caught, and we've never heard of you.
The bedlam job. Steal 500 gold in goods from White
All
Rock.
eyes are on you, lass.
Oh, I can do that.
Don't
I can
disappoint us.
definitely do that. Hello.
Huh. I suppose I can work with your face. After all, the sculptor cannot always choose the finest clay.
You must be the face sculptor I've heard
I
about.
once practiced my art in the salons and manners of Tamriel's great and good. Now the scum of Skyrim are my only clients.
Excuse me.
But no matter.
You're
the
one of us
greatest
now.
artists are never recognized in their own time. So, are you
Yeah, I
here as a
suppose.
client? Shall I
Not nowadays.
remake your face?
I'll have to
Indeed.
think about it.
It is no small thing to submit yourself to the flesh sculptor's knife. I have not
Sure you know
always
what
been a
you're doing.
ragged beggar. I learned my art from the masters of the art of flesh sculpture. I studied with the faculty of chirurgeons and Cloudrest. I walked with the hollow-faced men of Notahogra for 3 years. I count the nobility of both the Empire and the Dominion among my clients. And yet, I have fallen so
Blah,
low
blah,
that I
blah,
must
blah,
justify
blah, blah.
myself to a wanderer in the sewers of this backwater of the world.
Alright.
Until next time.
Before we
Vex?
begin, I want to make
Okay.
2 things perfectly clear. 1, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're
Okay.
here to replace me, you're dead wrong. Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear.
Okay, repeat it.
One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong.
I can definitely replace you.
You follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet. And I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here.
Any idea why?
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh?
Not bad at all. So I heard you ran into trouble at
Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. If you're ever in need of some quick coin for items you find on the job, Tanelia is the best fence around. And besides myself, Delvin, Niruin, and Vipper can help you with any sort of training you might need to sharpen your skills. Are you kidding me? Ever since the guild's luck turned sour, we haven't had a coin to our name. And when the coin dried up, that's when people started to leave. We had the best of everything down here. The Ratway was a damn
What
palace.
exactly happened that caused
The only way
this
this place will ever return to its glory days is if we can finish these extra jobs and start the gold flowing again.
Because I personally just believe it's a civil war.
The Flagon was once a city beneath the city. We had our own smith, our own alchemist, you name it.
Anyway,
If we can make a name for ourselves in Skyrim once again, I can almost promise you those merchants would return. Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around so we could start living in the lap of luxury again. I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. When a client needs us to eliminate another, we don't operate like the Dark Brotherhood. We find alternate means to get them out of the way. We send you to plant some phony evidence in the Mark's house and then tip off the town guard. The rest takes care of itself. Sound like you can handle it?
Yes,
Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.